Imagine standing in a place so cold, your breath instantly freezes in the air, the wind howls, the snow never stops falling, and the sun disappears for months at a time. Welcome to Antarctica, one of the harshest environments on Earth. Yet somehow, in the middle of this frozen desert, a group of birds not only survives, they thrive. These are the emperor penguins. Not just the largest penguins in the world, but true masters of survival. They can't fly, they can't migrate to warmer places, and they raise their families right here in the dead of winter. So, how do they do it? How does a bird survive minus 60 degrees Celsius, blizzards and months without food? Well, grab a blanket and get comfortable, because the story of the emperor penguin is one of the most extraordinary survival tales nature has ever written. To understand how emperor penguins survive here, we have to look at their incredible teamwork and unique biology. First, let's talk about their insulation. Emperor penguins have some of the densest feathers of any bird on the planet. Thousands upon thousands of tiny feathers overlap like armor, locking in body heat and blocking out the brutal Antarctic winds. Beneath that, a thick layer of blubber acts like a built-in sleeping bag, keeping their core temperature steady no matter how cold it gets. But even with all that protection, the cold here is just extreme. That's why emperor penguins rely on each other. In the middle of winter, you'll find thousands of them huddled together, forming a massive living shield against the wind. It's like a giant penguin group hug. The penguins on the outside block the icy air, while those in the middle stay warm. And here's the smart part: they take turns. Penguins from the inside slowly rotate outward, and those on the edge get to rest in the middle. It's an endless, silent choreography that keeps everyone alive. Then there's the parenting. Emperor penguins do something truly mind-blowing. They lay their eggs during the worst time of year. While most animals avoid the brutal Antarctic winter, these penguins choose it to raise their chicks. The male penguin takes over once the egg is laid. He balances it carefully on his feet, covering it with a flap of skin called the brood pouch to keep it warm. And then he waits. For about 2 whole months, through snowstorms, darkness, and hunger, the fathers stay completely still, protecting the eggs without eating a single bite. Temperatures can drop below minus 60 degrees Celsius, and winds whip past at over 100 kilometers per hour. Still, they endure. Meanwhile, the females head off to the ocean to hunt. They swim for miles under the ice, catching fish and storing up the energy they'll need to feed their newborn chicks when they return. And somehow, through this perfect balance of teamwork, adaptation, and sacrifice, life goes on. But survival in Antarctica isn't just about enduring the cold. It's about precise timing and incredible journeys. See, the entire emperor penguin cycle is built around the seasons. As soon as the Antarctic summer begins and the ice starts to melt, the chicks must be ready to head toward the ocean. There's no second chance. If they're not strong enough, they won't survive the journey. And it's not a short stroll either. Emperor penguins often have to travel more than 100 kilometers across the ice just to reach open water. Imagine being just a few months old and waddling across a frozen desert with your whole colony. For the chicks, it's a massive test of endurance. But this is where their earlier months of care really pay off. Thanks to the dedication of their parents, first the father protecting the egg, and then the mother providing food, the chicks are well fed and prepared for the challenge ahead. And speaking of food, their underwater hunting skills are nothing short of extraordinary. Emperor penguins are world-class divers. They can plunge more than 500 meters beneath the ice, holding their breath for over 20 minutes. That's deeper than any other bird on Earth. And down there, it's pitch black, freezing cold, and full of predators like leopard seals. But emperor penguins are built for this. Their bones are solid, which helps them sink easily. Their muscles store massive amounts of oxygen, and their heart rate slows down to conserve energy during deep dives. When they hunt, it's almost like watching underwater acrobats. They dart through the dark water, snatching fish and squid with perfect precision. Every dive counts, because the food they gather isn't just for them, it's for their chicks waiting back on the ice. And once they've stocked up, they make the long journey back, carrying the nourishment that ensures the next generation of penguins survives. So, what do you think? Pretty incredible, right? Who would have thought that these adorable, waddling creatures could handle some of the harshest conditions on the planet? From balancing eggs on their feet in freezing blizzards, to diving deeper than any other bird, just to feed their family's emperor penguins, show us that survival is all about teamwork, resilience, and perfect timing. And honestly, there's still so much we're learning about them. Scientists continue to study how climate change is affecting their icy world, and whether these incredible birds can keep adapting as their environment shifts. But one thing's for sure, next time you see a penguin meme or a funny little waddle video online, remember the real story. Behind the cuteness is an animal that's tougher than most of us could ever imagine. Thanks for hanging out with us on this frosty adventure. If you enjoyed discovering the secrets of the emperor penguin, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow explorers. And hey, let us know in the comments what's your favorite survival skill of the emperor penguin. Or maybe you've got another animal you'd love us to cover next. We're always ready for the next wild journey. Until then, stay curious, stay adventurous, and we'll see you in the next episode.